The truth is out there, maybe. President Trump touting the Pentagon's release of the first ever batch of UFO files today. So were there actually little green men or something else? Let's bring in our pair of extraterrestrial aficionados. ABC News senior Pentagon reporter Louis Martinez and Capitol Hill correspondent Jay O'Brien. Yeah, I love how you're both looking at me like, are we really sitting here about to talk about little green men?
This is Louis' favorite topic.
Yeah, it is, Louis. So, Louis, are there aliens out there, Louis Martinez?
Well, we're not going to know that, Kira, from what we've seen today, because what has been released are thousands of pages of documents of unresolved cases. What's been happening over the last couple of years is that the Pentagon has established an office that has reviewed historically everything, every single UFO report that has been detailed since 1947. They have yet to find any evidence that any of them are connected to extraterrestrial life. However, they also note that they can't explain a lot, and so this is why President Trump has released these documents to kind of lift the veil on all of these unresolved cases. And there's an interesting thing is that on the website, the Pentagon's website, it actually says that they would welcome any analysis from the private sector. So, in effect, welcoming advice from
You've been digging through the first set of these declassified documents, though. Has anything stood out to you? Can you give an example of something? You have to have been talking about some of these accounts or what's in those files. Tell us. We want to know.
Well, some of these accounts are brand new, but if you are a historian of ufology, if you can call yourself something like that, you may be privy to this. What really strikes me is that some of the videos, like the ones that we're seeing on our screen, are coming from U.S. Central Command, the Middle East. And why is that? Well, that's because there's a lot of military equipment over there in the Middle East, a lot of sensors, a lot of aircraft, and they may pick up anomalies that then get reported, and I think that's what we're seeing now. So there's a continuum of files, of incident reports that have been coming in over the last couple of decades, but I'm really struck by how many have come in recent years.
All right, Jay, so the president is taking credit saying, hey, I'm being really transparent about all these files and releasing them to you.
Look, bottom line, it was his decision to do this, and he was pushed by some Republican members of Congress to get these files out there, to get them declassified, but he was the one who made the final order. And today, again, as you said, he's taking a victory lap. He posted on Truth Social, and I'm going to read it to you directly so you know that they're his words.
Yeah, because I want to know why he sees this as a victory lap.
Well, I mean, I think he sees this as a move towards transparency. I think he sees it as something that his base has wanted because, again, there were rank-and-file Republican members who were pushing him for this. What he posted today is that it's up to people to decide for themselves, quote, again, his words, not mine, quote, what the hell is going on? But this was his order, Kira. And now what we've heard is that this is just the first tranche of documents to come out. I was texting earlier with one of those Republican members of Congress who had pushed the president to do this, and it's their understanding that this is just the first of several batches. They say that this is just the tip of the iceberg of what they have seen in a classified setting, Kira.
All right. I think the public wants to see all of this. And let's point out, like you said, since 1947, we still haven't seen anything that, leads us to. I like how you guys are looking at me kind of shaking the head like, I know, Kira. Okay.
It's up to you. Decide for yourself.
Okay. You guys keep digging. All right. You ufologists, you. Louis, Jay, thanks, guys. It's always fun to talk about, I have to say.